I don't know what Sneako is, but Sneako, I know a good dentist that can help you get that tooth fixed down in Colombia. Dr. Montoya, I can give you a card on him. FBA brother knocked your tooth out and you ran to the police. I can get you a good tampon too, because the came right on out of you. But
I don't know who you are, but I didn't go to the police. They questioned me, and I didn't do anything. I didn't go to the police.
It looked like you were filing a report.
No, they came and questioned me, but it sounds funny, like if you're a black nationalist, to go and immediately believe and support the police, but that's not what happened.
Oh no, man, but didn't you have Jake
Black nationalist?
But didn't you have Jake Shields with you? Doesn't he do MMA? He's supposed to whoop all this. He stood there looking like Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard while you got your.
The guy ran away, like he fell down. Nobody knew I got hit. Like, it wasn't pretty obvious. Jake Shields didn't see it. If it was under different circumstances.
Jake saw it. Jake was standing there. I saw the video. Jake stood there with his flopping. He was standing there not doing anything. The majority of black Americans don't. See, you guys, you look at things.
The majority of black Americans don't worship celebrities in hip hop?
No, worship
they
them.
Don't. That's you guys. Because you have to see.
So I'm a white supremacist who idolizes Sexy Red. Is that what you're saying?
If that's the case, do the majority of Filipinos eat dogs and sell their kids to traffickers?
Absolutely
Are we going to do that?
Absolutely
All right,
not.
Then.
Absolutely not. The majority of Filipinos.
You want to do that?
See, you don't seem to know the differences between races. The majority of Filipinos are hardworking. I'm asking about the average black person.
Okay, and the majority of black Americans are hardworking.
And we're hardworking.
The majority of black Americans are hardworking?
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Are they? Okay, so why are they all on welfare? Why do they commit most of the violent crimes?
That's white women.
They don't. Oh, well, sir, we ain't fleeing like you. If you were so hardworking in the Philippines, why the hell y'all fleeing to get up out of it?
Because I was born in this country just like you.
But like an anchor baby. That's right. They had to flee and anchor your ass here. Because you failed and your family failed.
You know what being born somewhere is? See, you not understand.
You
you actually think the majority of black Americans, no, genuinely, and this is not like you're going to think this is racist. You actually think the majority of black Americans are hardworking?
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely,
they are. Absolutely, they are.
What are the industries that black Americans work on? What do you dominate in as black Americans?
What do you mean what we dominate in? What as far as what? What do you mean? What we dominate?
Okay, in the workforce. In the workforce, where do you dominate?
So shout out to black women being the most educated.
The workforce.
No, don't say that. That's not true.
They are or were at a point.
No, they're not. They're the most enrolled.
Tommy, I get it for you, Tommy.
You take the most amount of welfare. You commit the most amount of violent crime. You're so hardworking. Where do you dominate?
Sir, violent crime. You come
the majority
from
of violent crime is from black Americans, by and large.
Sir, your lineage is violent. The Philippines is crime and violence over there. Sir, you come from that.
Absolutely.
That's why you had to flee. You can't point your finger at us. The majority of black people don't commit crimes. That's a lie.
Okay, so where do you dominate in the workforce? You're so hardworking. You're running from that question. Where do you dominate in the workforce? Where do you dominate in the workforce?
White supremacy.
Where do you dominate in the workforce, Tariq? You're so hardworking. Where?
Can we answer, or are you going to keep answering the same question?
See, when I say that, everybody knows the answer. You dominate in the NBA, the NFL, and hip hop. That's the systems that
what do you dominate in? Okay,
nothing else.
Then what do you dominate in? What do Filipinos dominate in?
I'm dominating you in this space right now because you're drowning about Zionism.
Okay, all right. At least we dominate in that. What do you dominate in?
I'm dominating you in this debate right now because you don't even know what Zionism is.
But you're not, though. You sound stupid and you sound uninformed, right?
At least we dominate in that. Okay. At least we dominate in music. At least we dominate in sports. At least we dominate in basketball.
See, there's the answer. In music,
you don't dominate. Okay, all right. At least we dominate in that. You don't dominate in anything.
That's the answer. Music.
You dominate in fleeing.
Music and sports.
That means we're doing better than you. That means we're doing better than you.
The economy forward, Tariq.
That means we're doing
music and hip hop, music and basketball.
And your country ain't dominating in shit but American bases, right? And Haiti is failing. This is what I'm talking about. I cannot debate.
Sneako, you can't say nothing, Sneako. You don't dominate in nothing. At least we got sports and music. You don't even have that.
You're running away from
so is that hardworking, music and sports?
Yep. That's hard work.
Okay, maybe that's that's why black people are not succeeding.
If it was so easy, why ain't you doing it?
Okay, so maybe that's why
are you not doing it?
Because instead of becoming lawyers, doctors, instead of moving the economy forward, you stick to hip hop and basketball.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have anything to stick to but fleeing and dog meat.
Yeah, that's Chinese people, retard. You don't know the difference between Asians.
That's
Zico, your arguments
you all the same.
Your arguments aren't arguments, Zico. Seriously, you listen to what you just asked. And then when they gave you examples, you said they're not good examples.
Okay, because he said
what
they're
do Mexicans
hardworking.
lead in?
No, Tommy,
okay, what do Mexicans lead in?
That is the argument.
Sneako,
he said black people are hardworking. No,
Tommy, hold up.
I'm just curious, what do Mexicans lead in?
They're very hardworking people.
Okay, and they lead in what?
You can't just say that. You said industry. He said black people are hardworking. So you asked him specific industries. So then I asked, what do Mexicans lead in?
Landscaping.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you could turn around and then knock their, you could knock what they do too. You could say, and they get, most of them get paid under the table and aren't American citizens.
And they're a burden on the system. Let's keep it
so if you do that, y'all are giving this man the win, and it's sad to watch.
No, there's no win. He's saying that they're hardworking, but he can't even think of an industry besides crack. Where do you work hard?
That's
what he did not say that. He gave you five. He gave you five industries. See, that's what's not fun.
You know.
Are we doing the drug thing?
You know very well. That's
wait. I know he didn't go to drugs. I know he didn't go to drugs.
Yes, he did.
I know they didn't.
And blacks don't lead in drugs.
Cole?
Did he go to the drug for real?
The drugs said crack, and blacks don't lead in this.
We don't even lead.
That's what these kind of arguments then make you do sound crazy if you're listening to this. And so whenever Tariq made the same kind of stereotypical remarks about his people, he got upset.
Right. See, but
and then he turns right around and
you get victimized about the racist jokes. When you talk about eating dogs, I don't victimize myself because you know very well the average black American does not work hard. They're not.
That's a lie.
Black Americans will use victimization to not work hard.
That's a lie. We don't have an option but to work hard. We don't get anything. We have to work hard. We don't have any other option but to work hard. We don't get anything.
Yeah, if you did work hard, you would succeed. You wouldn't need to be having this conversation right now because the vast majority of black, it's just not because of the victimization that you
projecting your fail because you come from two failed cultures,
I'm actually a success at a very young age. I'm half your age and I'm more successful than you. No. Because the average black American,
you're not more successful than me.
They ride off of the victimization that you promote.
You come from two failed cultures. You are not successful, sir. You can't even get your tooth fixed. You got knocked out today, sir.
You come from asking for referrals. Come on, cut it out.
All right. I just want to interject something here real quick. I just want like 30 seconds to just make my point here. This entire argument is ridiculous, and I'm going to say why. We're talking about the United States of America. Everyone has opportunity here. Whether people want to go ahead and say, oh, well, I'm victimized and I can't have the same opportunities because of the color of my skin, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. It's up to you if you're going to become successful or not. Whether you come here as an immigrant or you're born here as a foundationally black American, it doesn't matter. You got to go out there and fucking work. The color of your skin is no longer, hold on. The color of your skin is no longer a valid excuse to say that you're being oppressed by the man or whatever it may be. Whether you're black Africa or your foundation,
and they want a brown face just like you to say that kind of shit, right? And that's why we don't want you to speak for us, right?
Yo, shut the. I'm talking, man. Like you're here as a guest. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, clown. I don't even know why he's talking. So, like I was saying, you guys are going ahead and saying that the problems stem because of race. I'm saying that the problems stem because of stupidity. If you deserve to be successful and you work hard, you will get it. Your skin color has nothing to do with that. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And again, that's why
and to defeat that, we then, if we're saying that, to defeat that,
and with that logic, and I always go back to your homeland. If it's all about being stupid and not race, are you saying everybody from the Sudan is stupid because they got oppressed and their homeland has failed because they didn't build it?
I'm talking about the United States of America. I find it interesting that you always bring it back.
That logic should apply anywhere.
You always bring it back.
Stupidity is not just in the United States, sir. Stupidity is stupidity no matter where it is. And that logic should apply to
you have different opportunities in different lands. That's actually
hold on. Because let me tell you why the stupidity matters where you are, Tariq. Because I'll tell you why. Because in the United States of America, you get a free education. You're in a first world country where you have running water and electricity. And if you don't have that, you can go ahead and get welfare. So everyone has an enormous amount of opportunity in the United States compared to other third world countries. So what I'm saying is this: if someone comes here with $1, can't speak the English language, and finds a way to become a millionaire, become successful, guess what? They did a lot better than a foundationally black American that was born and raised here, that knew the language, that's going to sit there and complain. Hold on, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Let me just finish what I'm saying. If someone comes here and doesn't even have a green card and finds a way to get citizenship here, builds a business, makes a bunch of money, doesn't even speak the language, well, guess what? He did a lot better and is smarter than the foundationally black American that's crying about the system saying, I'm being so oppressed when he had the opportunity.
This is where I have a problem. Because in this
go ahead.
country, they weren't letting brown immigrants like you come over here for a long time. Do you understand that? This country was not letting African immigrants come over here. It was the foundational Black Americans who worked hard and kicked ass in the 1960s and said, we're going to change these laws to let these brothers and sisters over here. So when you come over here and say that, yeah, we over here now, we're so much smarter and better than those foundational Black Americans who actually were the ones fighting to get me over here, that's a very disrespectful mindset to have. And that's the problem that we're having now. That's why we're delineating from that mindset, sir. You understand that?
Can I respond to that? Okay. So if you were born and raised here and you have an American citizenship and you were able to speak the English language and you had the foundationally Black American experience, as you claim, right? And you had all these resources available to you, and then someone comes in from Nigeria, doesn't speak the language, figures out a way to go to school, figures out a way to put himself through school, gets a job, makes money, becomes a doctor, etc. Who's the idiot? The foundationally Black American who had all the things available to him from the beginning, or the guy that figured out a way to come here and make it out?
Foundational Black Americans do that every day. You try to look at us through the eyes of the lowest denominator. You look at Black folks in the project,
the bottom 15%.
You look at the people in the projects as the totality of foundational Black American culture. We get up, go to school, work, do our thing every single day. We go out here, run businesses, get money, do what we're supposed to do. The Nigerian brothers and sisters, or Haitian, whoever, when they come over here, we make sure that they're good. We sit up here and help create opportunities for them. When they get businesses, we patronize their businesses. We support people. We make sure that people are good. We don't have that janky ass mentality where I'm against those people. You understand? So a lot of folks, when they come over here, just because you come over here and get a job, because you're not that successful, just because you come over here and get a job, that doesn't mean you're just doing so much better and you're so much smarter. No, you came over here and got a job thanks to the doors that foundational Black Americans kicked in. You understand that?
Yeah, fantastic. But the problem is this: you kicked the door in and then you stayed in the house and got comfortable. Meanwhile, these guys came into the house and decided, wow, there's a lot of opportunity here, and took the house over. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're not taking anything
I'm not
over.
No, let's stop that. No,
stop.
You like to use. Hold on.
What are you taking over?
Okay.
Tariq, what are y'all taking over?
I let you speak.
Tariq,
I let you speak.
What are you taking over? Okay,
I let you speak.
What are you got to elaborate.
I let you speak.
What are you taking over?
Okay.
As a Sudanese immigrant,
he is arguing
what are you taking over?
He's a student of Tommy.
If you would let me finish, then I can go ahead and elaborate the way that you want. But what I'm simply saying is, you're saying that you guys created an infrastructure for us to come over and be successful. Fantastic, awesome. But what I'm saying is that if you create the infrastructure and then the people that come and immigrate that have less opportunity than you come over here and become successful, then you can't sit there and be like, well, you guys are ungrateful, blah, 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 blah. There are foundationally Black Americans that do fantastic. But my problem is this. Foundationally Black Americans tend to complain a lot about the system, right, that they've been able to enjoy for the better part of multiple decades and say, oh, my God, I'm so oppressed.
But Myron, that's our privilege, Myron.
Hold on. Let me finish. Meanwhile, people come here from poor-ass countries that didn't have any opportunity, and they're like, wow, you're a bunch of crybabies. And they become successful in the house built. That's what I'm saying.
No, they come over and drive Uber and thankful that they had to flee the homeland that the other white supremacists broke down and they didn't fight them. We can't have that.
Nothing wrong with Uber. I drove Uber.
We can't have that same thing.
It's a lot of foundational Black Americans driving Uber.
2014 to this country with $2,000 in my pocket.
We can't sit here and ignore
there's no country like America that has more opportunity. So it's me, Calvin.
Who is Calvin?
Some camel.
Let him finish his point, Calvin, because I want to make sure he can say what he's got to say. Go ahead, Tariq. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't sit here and do what y'all did back in your homeland and ignore white supremacy. We'll turn this into a third world country. Somebody has to fight the white supremacists to get things for non-white people, and we're the only ones doing that. You understand these white supremacists ain't trying to give nothing to nobody. Somebody had to say, hey, you're going to have to give something up. And y'all come and enjoy that. And then when you come over here and start trying to align yourself with the same white supremacists, we're looking at you funny style. You understand that?
Yo, this another clip from when Tariq was roasting Sneako and Myron from Fresh and Fit. That boy Sneako got Superman punched on camera. Ain't do nothing, but he out here talking crazy on Twitter Spaces. This guy, a whole Filipino, talking about he mixed. He didn't want to go to sleep like Pacquiao. That's why he went to the police. And I remember Sneako's the same dude that was crying on a podcast talking about he took his girlfriend to a swinger party and she smashed some black dude. And then when they started laughing at him about that story, he started trying to join the 4chan people. And he keeps lying, talking about he's half black, half Asian, but his parents look like the people from Menace to Society. And that Myron dude be doing something strange for some change too. That's why they're both caping so hard for the 4chan people. They got some secrets they trying to hide. But yeah, I'm not going to say too much because I know YouTube be tripping. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm most active on, and that way I can keep y'all updated. And also follow me on Rumble. That's where I repost the videos in case they get taken down.